This is Ghost.
And this is Draco.
We're kind of taking a look at Skyrim 360. I know Draco's kind of played this to death, but
That I
I
have.
played a little bit of it. I just basically did the main story, and that was about it. But we figure we'll just, you know, take a look at it, say what we think, whatever.
Alright, so I have my first character and then two others. I did like an archer build and I did a mage build, so I'll load up my original character.
So you pretty much did every single class, like everything, right, Draco?
I did.
Every single thing. All right.
Everything.
So.
Yeah. I didn't get max level, I admit. I didn't want to take the time to go grind out the last few things I needed to do. Sorry, taking forever here. Yeah, this is as good as any. So my main character is a Khajiit, and he was originally supposed to be like a thief type, sneaking around, shooting people, backstabbing, and yeah, that's pretty much how I started the approach in my game.
And I know I didn't really play Morrowind or any of that, but what about you? You've always been a fan of the series, played them all?
Since Morrowind was my first experience with the Elder Scrolls, and I was hooked after that. Played through Tribunal and Blood Moon and fucking the expansions, and then I played through Oblivion, the next one. I played the shit out of that, did everything on that. And I'm really excited for Skyrim. I pre-ordered this, got the collector's edition, and yeah, I think it was week 2. I hit 1,000 achievement points.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I like this game a lot. I'm still playing it. I still have ideas to make other characters. I'm working on like an alchemy type of guide. But that's neither here nor there. This is my follower Ilya. I found her in one of the Hag Raven's dungeons. I helped her kill her mom, who was a Hag Raven, and then told her to follow me. She's a frost mage, and it's pretty badass. Because one thing I hate about followers in this game is that they tend to get in the way if you're using any kind of range. So if I'm using a bow or casting magic, they tend to get in the way, and I accidentally kill them.
So I know when I played this game, I never really played Morrowind. Not really a big. I played RPGs, but they're kind of more the JRPGs, not so much this. So this is kind of one of my first experiences and exposure to, I guess, this type of genre. But this game was definitely pretty dope. There's so much you can do. I like that you can steal stuff. The map and the world is incredibly huge. I had to be careful. I had to be like, yo, I can't play this too much. I'm gonna get hooked and not do anything in life. But yeah, this game is the real deal. It's the truth.
It's the shit. I will say that.
So this is some of your armor right here.
Yeah.
Wow, you got
this is a freeform quest that you get. If you find all the masks in the game and go put them in this certain altar in a certain place, you get another mask. Yay. And this is it. There's a chance to basically give you, I think, half your health back and damage everything around you when you're close to dying. It's really nice, but it's heavy armor, so if you're using a light armor, it kind of sucks. At this point, I don't really have to worry about armor types that much. Yeah, as you can see, I've done some leveling. So, yeah, and then there's all this dragon scale armor. That's the best light armor in the game. And use smithing to, improve it to legendary quality. I actually ended up making it as good as you possibly can by, at least on 360, and without using any mods or any save mods, because I don't play like that. But so what I did was basically, first thing you have to do is max your stats out and get the appropriate perks for alchemy, for smithing, and enchanting. And once you do that, you make alchemy potions that enhance your enchanting ability, and then create leather armor. Like I use leather armor because it's just easier. And yeah, crafty armor. That's what I call it. Very original. Then you make potions to enhance your enchanting ability. So you enhance your enchanting ability and then enchant these with to make your potions more powerful and your smithing more powerful. So then you do that for each of the pieces of armor, and then you use that armor to make even a slightly better potions. Rinse and repeat. And I think I did it about 4 times before it capped out, and it capped out at like 29%, I believe.
That's crazy. Some dedication right there.
Yeah, I'm a little nerdy about this.
Master
I'll admit it. So that's what I did to make the awesome stuff. So I got Daedric arrows, Daedric sword of annihilation. Well, one thing I'll say about this is I love the detail to the environment. That's the one great thing I love about all the all the Elder Scroll games is it's an immersive type of RPG where you just have to get into the world, and like you said, a lot of people end up not getting anything done in life because you get so immersed in the game, and it's awesome. I love it. So, one little nitpicky detail is the water. Like, it's the middle of the night. I can't see any of the other water, but look, it's bright white rapids coming out of this rock. Yeah.
Totally makes sense.
But I mean, the graphics are really well done, and I do enjoy them for this game.
Nice. Yeah, I will want to say one thing is I haven't played many of the Elder Scrolls, like I said. I keep saying that, but don't let that. If you've never played it and you want to try this game and you want to pick up, don't shy away just because you've never played any of the other ones. It's definitely very fun and worth playing just standalone. I know Draco played the other one, so he has a little bit more context of what everything is, and he appreciates little elements, little storyline pieces a little bit more than I do, just because he has background to that. But even if you don't know anything, definitely play this game. It doesn't matter. It'll still be fun as hell.
Yeah, definitely. I've heard from quite a few people that normally play shooters like Call of Duty and stuff, and they really like this game. And it can be pretty intense in combat. It's a lot more engaging than previous ones, I would say. So, give it a shot. You know how Gamefly it, rent it, do whatever.
So, what do you like Skyrim more than Morrowind?
Morrowind? Well, Morrowind's was great.
Or Oblivion? Whatever. So it
Oblivion.
went Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Morrowind is pretty old, but
So Oblivion's in, sorry.
yeah, Oblivion. Yes and no. Each has their greater points. It's like this is pretty much like they took everybody's thoughts and feelings on Oblivion, and they kind of refined the engine through doing Fallout, in Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
And then they got to this, and they did a lot of things right, and they fixed a lot of stuff, but they also messed up again in same things like follower pathing and some of the collision in the world. But I will say this, the world collision is, eons better than it was for, say, Morrowind or Oblivion. But, that's kind of nitpicky stuff, I guess. If you're just looking to try the game out, some cool stuff, like, here, I'll show you. Go find a dragon battle. Oh, by the way, there's a shitload of locations on the map. And the map itself is actually really cool, I think. Because you get like this overhead view, and you're kind of just looking over the whole world, and you can even like zoom in, and you can kind of see like the terrain features. As like if I travel to say Volin Run or whatever, I'll be at the ruin, but you will be able to see this rock and this little ridge like right here and stuff. So there's cool little details like that I kind of appreciate.
I like that. The map is ridiculous. There's so many little places.
Oh, and I am controlling this head.
Wow.
So if you get bored on the loading screens, you can rotate stuff, usually. So that's fascinating.
School of Restoration focus on mastery over life and forces. Blah, blah, blah.
Pro tips.
Loading. Alright.
So hopefully there'll be a dragon here. Nope. He's dead.
Nope.
Well.
Sorry everyone, no dragon.
Go to another. See, there's all these dragon, like, places that you can fight them. I'll try to explain it without doing too many spoilers, really. So there's different places on the map where you're guaranteed to find dragons, because that's where they spawn at, okay? So just don't ask questions, alright? And so you go there and, you know, fight dragons. Combat is basically you can use magic, you can use hand-to-hand stuff, you can use one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, you can use a shield. The hot setup for this game that's different than from Oblivion is that you get to choose what you want in each hand. And you can even dual-wield weapons. But, so like if I wanted to, I can use a sword in one hand, I don't have to use a shield. If I want to, I can put chain lightning on it. And I can just shoot off magic randomly.
In your left hand.
I know, right?
And a sword in your right. No,
It's crazy. Just insane talking over here. Yeah, so one of these days I'll find a dragon and we'll fight it. Well, there's a few main cities in this game, obviously. There's Riften and a bunch of other ones, okay? Riften is where the Thieves Guild is. So for all you newbies, go there first. Because that's the only place you can sell stolen items at first. Well, I guess I'll explain another mechanic, is the use of shouts. Early on in the main story, you kill a dragon, you steal its soul. And you find out you're this thing called the Dragonborn, Dovahkiin, if you will. And that just means that you can learn to use your voice to shout, like, way easier than anybody else in the world. Like, you just automatically do it.
So you just yell at stuff.
Yes. Basically, you just, like, here, I'll do a shout for you. So basically, I just yell at stuff, and it'll have a different effect depending on what it does.
Ah.
So here, let's take a look at my shout menu. So you go into your shouts, so like this one, Animal Allegiance. Each shout has 3 words, and you have to learn all 3 words throughout in the world somewhere. You'll find it and you'll learn it to be able to use a shout at its full power. But you can use a shout if you only know 1 word of it. And basically, the little numbers at the bottom where it says recharge, that just is how long it takes until you can use a shout again. So when you shout, it causes a cooldown, and depending on what shout you use and how many words you use in the shout,
Yeah.
it'll take longer to use. So, alright, one cool one, Call Dragon. It's kind of a spoiler, but nah, we'll do something different. Do something Whirlwind Sprint. That's a good one. So for Whirlwind Sprint, it hurls you forward, and so I'm gonna go over here to this cliff, and so here I am, like way on top of the world and stuff. Great water, by the way. Gotta love the water. Okay, kind of nitpicky.
That's incredible.
So for the shout, you can either just tap it or hold it to do more words in it. So I'm gonna hold it,
So that like charges it up.
and then it just throws me off the cliff.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how you kill yourself. And
That's pretty sweet.
so yeah, then you go dungeon diving all over the place and get a bunch of loots and
So what's the end game of this like? And what do you do when you finish the main quest and stuff?
well, really, the end game is the whole game, kind of.
Uh-huh.
Like the main quest isn't necessarily like the focus of the game, not in my opinion. I guess it is. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Why would it be a main quest if it's not the focus? Obviously, the main storyline of the game focuses around the main quest, but the end game is essentially you do all the different factions in the game. You go through the different like clubs, I guess, the guilds per se that you can join, and you do all the quests for them, and those have really cool storylines. I like the College of Winterhold. That's a really cool one. It's basically equivalent to the Mages Guild in Oblivion. So you just do all that. There's also a civil war going on, and you can choose a side and take part in that, and there's quest lines associated with that. There's also Daedric shrines located all over the place. Um, and you basically you can go to those and you do a series of quests and you'll get a Daedric item like the armor I'm wearing, the Ebony Mail. Does 5 points of damage to everything around me, and when I'm in combat. And yeah, they give you really good items. Unfortunately, you can't disenchant any of them, so you can't get the enchants from that. That's another thing. Enchanting, you get enchantments by disenchanting an item that's already has it, and then it'll consume that item, and you'll gain that enchantment. You need an item that's not enchanted and a soul gem to actually make an enchanted item, and there's a skill associated with that.
I gotcha.
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff that goes on about this game, but the main fun part I find about the game is fighting dragons, like this one up here.
This is what it's all about. So it sounds like kind of the end game for this is not like a traditional end game for like some other Temple RPGs, like normally it's like a side quest or something. This is more so like it's just a big game. There's a whole bunch of different quests storylines. The end game, if so you will, is just to do everything else, right? To learn more about the story, to learn more about the storyline. There's not really like a traditional end game, right? Like there's not, you beat the game and then there's side quests or there's a new game plus.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just kind of a really big world, big games.
Exactly that.
A bunch of different quests and everything. I like that. That's cool. It's not so linear then. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's the exact opposite. There's just so much crap to do. Sometimes I'll end up loading up a game and the only thing I'll do is sit there and just walk around, explore, cast like magic and.
Exploring is definitely a huge part too. Find so many random things.
Oh yeah, you can find
out there in the world.
And then if you're a fan of the series and you play the game again, there's a lot of like things that talk about lore from Morrowind and different parts of like Oblivion, like Maik the Liar's in this one. If you haven't played Oblivion, you wouldn't know about him, but he kind of wanders around and has funny little comments about stuff. So there's some cool little stuff. There's fan service in this game, I guess. So. Yeah, that's another thing. The inventory menus are infinitely better than what they were in Oblivion.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, for any of these given things, like Dragon Bones, like, I can rotate it. I can even zoom in on it, click the right stick.
Damn, look at that.
You know, like, because, like, in Morrowind, everything was an icon, unless you dropped it, and you can see what it would look like. And then otherwise, this kind of adds, like, hey, I really have, like, a fucking sapphire, or, if it was something cool, like, hey, these are the Archmage robes, man. Check these things out. You can, like, zoom in on it, check all the details. Kind of have, a little more appreciation for the artwork.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's check out a dungeon. Let's go. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm wearing the Thieves Guild armor and the Dark Brotherhood stuff. She's full archery. And I don't roll with followers. It's not how I be. Oh, that's right. I already did half of this dungeon. So most of the stuff should already be dead. There's like this huge room full of undead people, and I kind of skipped over it completely because I was level like 5 at the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
36 now.
But I've leveled up a few times since then. So, basic concept of dungeoning is go in, say there's an urn, you found some gold, bam, rinse, repeat.
Search stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty unexciting as far as getting loot.
Oh snap, Indiana Jones style.
Oh, that was a trap.
Got some traps.
I got hit with spikes, and somehow I didn't die. Hey, Grand Soul Gem. I don't know how I missed that before, but... Hello? Oh, they respawned.
One-shot KO.
So then, there's stuff like this. Like this chest here, and you go, oh shit, it's locked. Well, I guess I'll pick the lock. You can pick locks, yay. Find more loots. I'm not even picking up most of this crap because I don't care. But basically go around hitting switches and killing stuff, and oh look, so there's like some Draugr there. Those are the undead in the game. When you get the later level archery perks, you can do stuff like slow time when you zoom in with your weapon.
I see.
That's why everything got all slow. No, your video's not lagging out. And see, like, sometimes you notice things, like, you know, you see all these dead guys around, like a skeleton there, or this Draugr on the ground here. And then you see one that's pretty much chilling in full armor.
Not suspect at all.
And so you shoot him in the chest. Little things like that make this game a little too easy sometimes. Alright, so check this out. Got this quick menu thing. Okay. You can assign stuff to this to make it easier to use. End of tutorial. Oh. I appear to be standing next to a wall getting attacked by a rat. So maybe it's your first time playing this game and you're wondering, when do I get to own all these fucking undead like this? Well, you gotta have skills. And you'll notice all my magic sucks. But I started leveling alchemy. But anyways, as far as attacking goes, sneak is where it's at. Lockpicking, meh. Archery. This is why I'm owning the shit out of everything. So, yeah. That ranger perk makes archery so much, like, 1,000,000 times better, and will make your world happy as an archer.
Skills have like a lot to do with like how good stuff is. But I know I made like a mage, and my magic was hella good, but everything else sucked at.
Yeah.
So it's all about the skills, right? Like,
And not just about the skills, like the more you use your skills, the faster they'll go up, right? But the perks make the difference too. So like for like one-handed weapons, I put some perks into it just in case I get cornered, you know, early on. Had to use it. But like say I had like, you know, 90 one-handed, but I didn't put any perks into it.
yeah.
Then I'd still be missing out on like 80% extra damage. And so it would still suck. You know, plus like a lot of things like you were talking about with the magic, for example. Let's go back to the skills here. You went fire and destruction.
Yeah, I want full destruction.
So like for this, if I was using destruction spells, I would suck. But in your case, you used what, augmented flames. So you ended up doing a total of 50% extra damage with fire, and also you did dual casting, right?
I did dual casting and did impact.
Yeah. and impact, which is crazy. Like, you dual cast and impact somebody, it stuns them in place for a little bit. Even
enough time for you to cast another one and stun it again.
Exactly.
So broken.
And you could do it to dragons too, right?
Yep. So, I mean, those little perks, those make such a difference.
Yeah, they do. Huge difference. I'm lost. Okay, so this is the part where that giant fight that I skipped was. Let's see if it's still going on. Should be some ghost dude fighting a bunch of Draugr in here. I kind of ditched him. I drank an invisibility potion and picked the lock and ran away.
See ya.
Oh.
No.
Oh. It's still going on. Damn, hella dudes.
So, are you supposed to kill the ghost here?
I'm supposed to kill everything attacking the ghost dude. Shit, I missed. Oh, somebody saw me. Who saw me?
That'll normally be pretty fast.
That was a pro arrow. Boom.
In the chest. In the face.
Whoa, somebody shoot me. Yo, you're supposed to be attacking the ghost.
Just walk up.
So I'm gonna run over here and heal myself real quick. So I already killed like hella dudes. Okay, so cool thing about being an archer is that not only do you get to do that, but you can adjust your attack at will. So like, I've been using orcish arrows this whole time. I'm going to switch to glass, which is considerably better, and going to poison one of my arrows. Actually, no, I'm not. Poison doesn't affect undead. This is a frost potion real quick. Okay, so the reason I skipped this fight a long time ago is because of that guy.
That guy's buff.
Yes.
One of those
Death
guys.
Overlord.
I remember that one of those guys took me like 45 minutes.
See, I just KO'd that guy with his breath weapon. So, check this out. So I marked him for death. So yeah, imagine trying to fight this guy 20 levels lower. Not gonna happen. Can't get it off. Ebony's a really good thing too. It's the second best metal in the game, I guess.
Nice.
So that's pretty much a dungeon. Then you go up here and you get your loots. I know it's kind of dark in here, which is
Mage light.
okay, that maybe not have been the best place, but yeah.
Ah, I see.
And then these are the places that you learn power words. Words for all your shouts. You'll find little walls like these that have glowy fucking words on them, and then you walk up and learn it. Bam.
Sweet. So, as an Elder Scrolls fan, you know, what sounds like you definitely really enjoy this game. You'd recommend it. You like it.
I recommend it to anybody that likes games in general. Unless you're like, you know, doing like, now I don't hold any of these against, but like Facebook games or little quick, easy to play games like Tetris and stuff like that, then this may be a little intense for you, you know. But if you actually like video games, then yeah, play it. It's great. A lot of stuff to do, really easy to get into.
I would definitely recommend it. It's there's a lot to do. There's kind of an endless amount of things to do, so it's definitely one of those games where there's a lot of stuff. You know, it can get pretty overwhelming, but don't let that stop you from trying it. Um, Honestly, a lot of stuff is optional. You don't even have to do if you don't want, but you're gonna have fun with it regardless of what you do. If you're just leveling alchemy, picking flowers, you're gonna have fun. If you're just killing dragons, you're gonna have fun. You know, it's just a all-around really awesome game. Pretty rare to find something like this. So, you know, I like it. I recommend it. Go play it. And yeah, I mean, Draco's pretty much done everything. He's pretty much an expert on this game. So, you know, you guys comment, rate, subscribe. Let us know if you want to see anything more. If you want to see his specific gear, you want to see, you know, whatever. You want him to freaking
Try
start
to fight
new
a dragon
character or
naked.
something. You know, just let us know.
Do whatever. Post, comment. Let us hear about it.
Exactly. All right, y'all.
Later.
Peace.